I don't do intros. How you guys doing today? Doing all right today. Today I'm bringing back something that I've done before on the channel. It is a Blackflame build. But before I get into that, if you guys like PvP content, invasions, duels, um, stuff like that, cool builds, whatnot, consider subscribing. If you want to see all my stats, weapons, and things I used, all of that will be at the end of the video. And I hope you guys stay tuned for the invasions. Now, with that out the way, I've done this build before. I've done it several times, actually. I think the first time I ever did a Black Flame build was a video where I um, like cosplayed as a Godskin Noble. And I used Black Flame incantations and stuff like that. And I think I even used the Godslaying Greatsword in that video too. And like all their weapons, like the Peeler, the Stitcher, stuff like that. I used their armor. The second time I used the Black Flame incantations, I think it was on this very character, but the character was level 90 at the time, because at the time we all thought that level 90 and like level 70 and level 80 were like the best places to invade. But over time we've realized that the higher level you can go in Elden Ring for the best kind of invasions, at least in my personal opinion, is level 200. Mainly because you run into a lot of people who are in their New Game Plus playthrough and they're going through the game around that level. And the best thing about that is that you have plenty of stats to actually finish your build with, because all these stats in Elden Ring, they go up very high. Your vigor, it can go up to 60. And all of your damage stats, that's strength, dex, intelligence, and faith, and arcane, they can go all the way up to 80. So what level 200 kind of does is that it helps you round out your build and finish one of your damage stats, and also have 60 vigor and whatever stats you want after that, right? So 200 is a pretty good place to invade, and this is my faith build. It was mainly it started out as a madness build a long time ago when the game first came out. It was a level 30 madness build that I was using to invade people who had just started the game. Then I turned it into that level 90 build, and now it's sitting here at level 200. I can use pretty much any incantation I want in the game. Just, this time around I'm using all the Black Flame stuff. I used the Godslaying Greatsword, which you see me using right here. I used in this clip right here. I wanted to get a clip of me using Noble's Presence because I hadn't done it before. And this host is he got so damn greedy that he just didn't care about where he was going. And he followed me pretty much anywhere, which is something that was brought up in one of my streams. That hosts and co-opers, they don't really play into the invader's hand too well, because they pretty much follow you wherever you go. And this is true. I mean, I don't know, man. Invasions are this kind of scared me. I was like, there's no way this host is up here. And I turned around and he's right there when I was trying to cast Vitality on myself right there. And he follows me all the way up here. And if you guys know, there's a Sanguine Noble up here, and that guy will destroy you. And this host, he doesn't care. He just doesn't care. Boink. And the Noble spawns in. I'm pretty sure the Noble kills him. But he just completely ignores me, and this Noble just handles him. Poor guy. And nope, there's his friend. Just gonna use the Halo size Ash of War immediately. Crazy how he poised through Noble's presence there. Anyway, like I was saying, here's an interesting clip. Alright, so something that I also did on this Black Flame build was try to get a use out of Black Flame Blade, because it's really bad. It lasts like 5 seconds, and it's like one of the best buffs in the game, but it lasts like 5 seconds. But there's something interesting with Black Flame Blade. It will proc on roars, like the beast roar like I'm using here. As you can see, it does tick damage whenever I does dot damage whenever I hit somebody with Beast Roar. Beast Roar doesn't normally do that. It's doing that because of the Black Flame Blade buff that I applied to it. And if you guys don't know, the axe I'm using in this clip right here, the Highland axe, actually does buff roar damage too. So I have on the Highland axe and the roar medallion to buff my roar attacks, and I also have Blackflame blade up to apply Blackflame blade's dot damage to the roar attack. Now it doesn't do that much. It does like 600, 700 maybe on Beast Roar, and I think the same was true for Troll's Roar, because I did use Troll's Roar on a Claymore in this video as well. I mean, but it's just a fun little thing that I found. That I don't know why Blackflame blade works like that, but it is fun. It's too bad it sucks. It's too bad it sucks, man. But yeah, I use all kind of Blackflame things here. Here's the clip of me using Troll's Roar and Blackflame blade, and the Highland axe and the Roar medallion on the Claymore. And I think it did like 700 damage. Oh, like 800, almost 900 to a naked dude, by the way. So you know, that's the roars being buffed, and also having Blackflame blade on it, and the Highland axe and the Roar medallion. Oh, and also Flame grant me strength, and a Physic flask that actually does boost your fire damage as well. So that's as much damage as you could possibly maybe get on Troll's Roar, and also Beast Roar, which I just thought was interesting. I wish they were a little bit better, to be honest. This clip is kind of wild. This naked guy and his friend are just trying to, I don't know what they were trying to do. This man like never really put on a decent weapon. That time I only did 600. But yeah, I used all kind of Blackflame stuff in this video. Noble's Presence, Blackflame, you know, everything you could Blackflame you can use, you know. And if you want to see a specific incantation, check out my other videos. I've done this video 2 times before this already. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why, but every time I go to record, and no other time, my mic decides it wants to cut out at random points. I don't really understand it, but here we are, and it doesn't really cut out any other way. It's a pretty good mic, but yeah, I don't really know. That guy fell off a cliff like an idiot. So Blackflame Tornado is fun. The God Slaying Greatsword's fun. Here's a clip of Blackflame Tornado. Actually, I just genuinely really like the Blackflame incantations. I wish there was like a Blackflame Catch Flame in the game, kind of like how the Blackflame Monk uses. Because like Blackflame has been like a thing in every Souls game like that, and I ain't really too sure why it's not in Elden Ring. But I do imagine maybe it'll be a DLC thing. I don't really know why it wouldn't be. So this clip is fun. This guy has a Sacred Relic sword because of course he does. I will tell you guys this: the least fun that you can have in an invasion is when someone has this damn weapon, because this weapon just doesn't obey the laws of Elden Ring or network or internet connection. It just doesn't. Like this guy. That was sick, actually. You know what's kind of weird about that is that the Blade sword is very slow. I don't remember it being that slow, and this is the host running into Blackflame Tornado. When someone gets stuck in Blackflame Tornado, they really get stuck in there. I mean, like, they really get stuck in there. Yeah. This guy has full moon sorceries. These guys actually did kill the dragon here, and then I was like, wow, I came in at the end of this. I don't know. That did not that much damage. I just realized how much damage that actually did. That was a fully charged Blackflame ritual, and it look at this at the same time, the synchronicity. Man. That was really cool looking. I would have loved it if they both pulled out the bow right there too, right after, like at the same time. It would have been sick. They were just slightly off that time. These guys are like running the exact same build with each other, and I respect it, man. I respect it. It's just too bad they ran into me on this day. Because you know I do some saucy stuff to them, or else you wouldn't be seeing this clip right here. Yeah, man. If there's a critique I have with the Blackflame stuff, is that one, there isn't that many of them. I wish there was more. And two, I wish there was a catch flame Blackflame thing. Also, I don't know if you guys played Dark Souls 3. There was a Blackflame pyromancy in that game called Black Serpent. You would throw it on the ground and it would be like a trail of fire that would track where your opponent was, and it would do crazy amounts of poise damage and stagger them when it hit them. And also it just had a really good damage in general. I want that back. It was one of the funnest spells to use in Dark Souls 3, and I'm shocked it's not here. It was so cool. It was so unique. I did a Black Flame build back in Dark Souls 3. You can actually find that video on my YouTube channel. It was that long ago, and that was by far my favorite faith spell to use in that game. It was just so good. Not that I really used that many faith spells in Dark Souls 3 to begin with, but I don't know. Like I just like pyromancy. I like fire stuff in these games, and they always do a pretty good job. Elden Ring, I feel like it feels like there's some cool spells in Elden Ring regarding like fire spells. That is, like, I'm not just talking about Black Flames, but I'm also talking about like the Giant's Flames and the Catch Flame. You know what I mean? The Fire Monk spells and the Giant's Flame spells and the Black Flame spells. They're really cool, but I feel like they just have like this thing that's missing for them. Whereas in the other Souls games, like everything was there. You had your combustions, your great combustions, your black flames, and then in this game, it doesn't really feel like it's complete yet. But you know what? Elden Ring is not complete yet because there's going to be DLCs. We know there's going to be DLCs. If I had a prediction for the DLCs, I would say it'd be Mikola and it'd be Godwyn. Those are the DLCs that we're getting. If I had to guess. That being said, guys, we're getting to the end of the videos here. You're going to see these stats and whatnot. This is a level 200 Faith build. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I might be streaming pretty soon, so come check me out if I am. And with that being said, guys, I hope you guys subscribe and just take care of yourselves. Peace out, people.